interesting news out there. A lot of things going on.
That just circulated here in the last 24 to 36 hours.
Yeah.
The Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
Of their 5th round draft pick, what you freaking do.
I saw that going in. I was driving.
For tampering during the off season before the free agency period. They had ongoing conversations, and essentially it seemed like they had a deal in place with Kirk Cousins before everything unfolded when the deal was struck in free agency. And so they faced the consequence of their 5th round pick. They lose it for 2025. I just want to kind of get your thoughts on all that.
Okay, so I'm kind of up in the air on this. I saw the notification come through my phone. It was early morning, yesterday morning. Or was it this morning? Gosh, I can't remember.
I think it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday morning? Yeah, I think it was yesterday morning. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. And I think it's wrong, obviously, for any team or person to circumvent these policies and these laws and bylaws that we have in place, especially around something so volatile as free agency and trading. Because that is already a can of worms for every team every year, trying to make decisions on who can we trade this year that's going to set us up for 2 to 3 more years out. And there's all these variables all the time. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago when we said money makes people do crazy things. And people, like star power, makes GMs and OCs and head coaches do stupid things too. And when you go outside the lines here, whether it's a slap on the wrist or if it's a full-on, you're just violating whatever it is, I think that's crappy to do. I don't like seeing it. But on the flip side, I'm also proud of the NFL for being like, yo, you messed up, and now we're going to take this away. Now, that being said, it's 5th round draft, 25th pick, right? If I remember reading it correctly. And by that point, who cares?
Who fucking cares?
They've already done the damage they need to do for the first 4 rounds of what they really needed. Oh, it's like taking away a candle on someone's birthday cake. Guess what? They still get the cake.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like...
It's a slap on the wrist. It's
yeah.
like, isn't it similar to like when the Astros cheated? Like, let's take away a draft and some money. Like, that's... Wow.
It's the organization's way of saying, oh, look, we're not letting you get away with it, but it's also their way of being like, but we're not going to, like, pin you to the wall or ban you for life from pitching or whatever it is you want to do, so it's like, it is what it is.
But let me throw this your way. Considering the fact that all it took was a 5th round pick, do you see some teams and front offices thinking, okay, let's do this. What's a 5th round pick if we're going to secure this quarterback or this big time wide receiver services in the offseason?
And that's why I said that, because it's like, this is one of those signs that they're sending to everyone, like, don't do this, but if you do, well, this is the punishment. So it's like, well, hell, like you said, do we go out and do it anyways?
Hell yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I guess, man. But I think that's my 2 cents. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the NFL is really screwing this up right now. In terms of the punishment, of course, you're going to have to punish the Falcons for doing this. But where they're really messing up is they need to make this a big deal. Or else other teams are thinking what I'm thinking. Shit, I'll do this all day. If I'm able to sign, a big-time free agent, if all it takes is a 5th round, 6th round pick, whatever the case may be, I'm going to do it every single time. The NFL needs to, harshen the consequence. They need to do, I don't know if that's a word. I don't know. They need to
worsen.
They need to elevate the kind of consequences to this kind of stuff.
I agree.
Make it a 1st round pick. No teams, 1st round picks are very, very valuable in this league. You only get a 1st round pick if you give up a marquee player. And so you got to say, okay, if you do this, your 1st round pick of next year will be stripped. And even then, I think maybe some teams might do it. You might even have to do the next 2 years your 1st round picks just to make sure that nobody, will do this ever again, because it's kind of going against the integrity of the league there. But